folks, let's talk about what happened in New York, where James Harris Jackson, I'm seen here with the man he killed, Timothy Kaufman. Jackson has pleaded guilty to a hate crime and the murder of Timothy Kaufman. Now, in his confession, Jackson said he spent 2 days stalking black men in New York City until he killed Kaufman 2 years ago. An attack he described as practice for a larger racial terror attack he planned to carry out in Times Square. He pleaded guilty to state charges of murder as terrorism. Also, these three individuals were arrested after they were found to be plotting an attack on an Islamic enclave in upstate New York. They had 23 rifles and shotguns, all obtained legally. Police also found 3 explosive devices packed with nails. The attack was planned against Islamisburg, a community founded in the 1980s by mostly African-American Muslims looking for a place to raise their children and practice Islam safety. Folks, these are white domestic terrorists. You have the Trump administration that pulled money from tracking these white domestic terrorists because they wanted to focus on Muslims. If you flip those two stories, if you had somebody who was black or somebody who was Muslim who took a sword and killed somebody white like the first guy did, and then if you had 3 black folks who had guns, explosive devices, saying they were going to blow up a white church, first of all, it's going to be wall-to-wall coverage on cable television. Yep. Donald Trump will be tweeting like crazy, and every Muslim in America will have to be trying to apologize for these 3 individuals.
Absolutely. I think, I think every cable news outlet needs to be pressing out the NRA on this. No, you got 3 white guys with 23 rifles that are ready to...
3 white domestic terrorists.
White domestic terrorists. The #1 terrorist demo in the country.
Right.
It's not Muslims, it's not black folk, it's not, foreigners, it's not people who come from shithole country. It's people that are raised right here in this country that have access to weapons with intent to harm and kill. And our government is doing nothing about it.
Avis, what bugs me, again, what I keep trying to go to and trying to explain to people here is that folks in this country want to ignore white men who are committing terrorist acts.
Absolutely.
And there are numerous stories that took place in Kansas and other places where folks have been found guilty and sentenced to prison because of these type of terrorist acts.
Absolutely. And I mean, when have we not had a long history of domestic terrorism primarily committed by white men in this country? But you're exactly right. It's not characterized as that. It's not specifically linked to the broader community. If anything were to happen with African Americans, with Muslims, all of a sudden every brown person or every black person in America is under threat. And we have to stop that. Once again, it's an exact example of white privilege in action.
Robert?
Well, I think what this is a capstone, too, is the fact that more African Americans have to become legal gun owners to protect themselves. I'm a member of the National African American Gun Association, NAGA. I think all African Americans should have a gun in your home, know how to use it, train your children in it, because you never know when these terrorists are going to show up. And if you're counting on Homeland Security or the police department to show up to protect you, they're not. So you have to be prepared to protect your home, protect your family, protect your property against these terrorist organizations that are out there hunting us. As the one person said, he hunted this man for several days before kidnapping and killing him. So let's make sure that we are able to defend ourselves and stop demonizing guns and start demonizing the criminal to use them.
We still need gun control, though. I mean, you can go get a gun all you want to, but there's too many damn folks walking around this country with guns, shooting folks left and right, and I still trying to understand why in the hell you need a machine gun to go hunting. If you can't shoot, damn it, just put the gun down. Just put it down.
Cheney school of shooting.
Yeah, right. And he shot his friend too. Right. That's right. Okay. I'm all good. I'm gonna stay on the golf course. I'm gonna shoot for birdies. And I ain't talking about the actual birds. All right.
Back to that Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
All right, folks. Let's talk about one of our partners, The Herbs Cleanse. In 2019, many folks, of course, are focused on their health, trying to get better, trying to look better, getting ready for the beach season. Other folks, of course, improving their golf game, all that sort of good stuff. And so they want to be able to have a healthier new year. So one of the ways to do that is the Herbs Cleanse. It's something that I actually have been on. I started a couple weeks ago, so I have now 4 more days, and so it can certainly make a difference when it comes to losing weight, also giving folks more energy as well, improving their overall being. And so if you want to do that, this is what you can do. You can join those of us who are on it by going to theherbs.com and then use the promo code Roland.
You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.